Am I the a-hole for reminding my mom? She said we couldn't have a relationship with her if we didn't accept one with her husband. My mom has me, 27M, and my sister, 29F, with our late dad. He died when I was 10 and my sister was 12, and when I was 15 my mom got remarried. Her husband is Frank, fake name. From the very start my sister and I had issues with Frank. We have bigger and smaller issues. The two big issues were, 1, he insisted that nobody mentioned dad in his presence. Didn't matter who we were with or where we were, it was not allowed. This included the times he tagged along when we went to see anyone from dad's side of the family. He would invite himself and then enforce this rule, or he'd make us leave. Mom let this happen. Even on dad's anniversary or birthday, we couldn't talk about him if Frank was around, and that included asking mom if she wanted to come to the grave with us. Frank actually yelled at my sister during her graduation dinner because she had mentioned dad in her speech. 2, he inserted himself deeply into the relationship with our dad's side of the family. We could visit anyone on mom's side without issue. He didn't even care if we said anything to him. But the second it was someone from dad's side, and he found out we only mentioned it to mom, he would scold us and insist we needed to ask his permission to see them. Then he'd tag along frequently and invite himself to see them too. This went for a lot of stuff. Mom had already stopped coming with us before she even met Frank, but he insisted on being there, and if my sister or I said we didn't want him to come, then he told us we couldn't go. If whoever we went to see didn't want Frank inside the house, he'd say, then we weren't allowed inside either. Once my sister moved out, he was mad that she spent more time with dad's side, and he tried to tell her what to do still. She was having none of it. My sister and I talked to mom about all our issues with Frank, and we told her we didn't want a relationship with him. She always told us we needed to have one with him to have one with her. We took her at her word, and my sister stopped talking to her, and once I moved out, so did I. We stopped going to see her or spending holidays with her and Frank. We didn't invite her over or initiate any contact. She brought it up a few times how we were bad at maintaining the relationship, and we told her we weren't. We just weren't maintaining it, but she ignored us. She tried to come and see us a few times. We told her no Frank, so she never came. We let her birthday pass without any acknowledgement, and when she'd tell us about Frank's birthdays, we'd work to forget the date. A few weeks ago, I got engaged. I didn't tell my mom or ask anyone else but the news got to her. She was upset she didn't hear it from me, and upset I said no to he throwing an engagement party for us. She never even met my fiancé, which was something else that upset her. She asked how she's supposed to meet her for the first time at the wedding, and I told her she's not supposed to. I said she won't be invited. My mom did not expect that at all, and she asked me why. I told her Frank is not welcome, and she made it perfectly clear she won't come. I reminded her that she said we can't have a relationship with her if we won't have one with Frank, and I told her it would be over my dead body that I have a relationship with him. My mom said we were supposed to love her enough to accept Frank, and I told her I do not have to have a relationship with the man who would kick up a fuss over my dad being mentioned in his presence and who tried to control the relationship I had with my family. I reminded her dad is still my dad, and I'd find a way to incorporate his memory into the wedding. I asked her if Frank would tolerate that, or if he'd start yelling like at my sister's graduation. She told me she doesn't want to lose both her kids, and she loves us. I told her we love her, but we're not willing to accept that man she calls a husband. Then she told me I was being so unfair, and when she said what she did, we could have talked about it more. That reminding her like this wasn't right. I said this was the consequences of her actions. I told her I could live with the consequences of not accepting Frank, that I can sleep fine at night knowing our relationship is what it is, and it isn't my problem if she can't do the same. Now she's upset and angry, and apparently I'm the bad guy in her eyes. Am I the a-hole?